Paul Iovan was a normal, fit 18-year-old student. But a night out with mates on February 20 at a Springvale Community Festival very nearly cost him his life. At 10:30 p.m. that night, in a poorly lit and unsupervised part of the festival grounds, a gang of teenagers started laying into his mate. He stepped in to help, so they turned their attack on him.
As they started hitting me, I curled up and just blocked my face from getting hit, and I was getting punched in the stomach and in the back area. And then I kept blocking, and then they started to run away. I didn't know I was stabbed until I picked up my friend. At the time I was feeling very scared, like I didn't know what was going to happen to me, if I was going to live or die. At first the adrenaline in my veins was like pumping hard, so I couldn't really comprehend the pain that I was feeling. So I started to giggle a bit. I said, "Oh, I've just been stabbed," looking at my friend, and he says, it looks pretty bad, man. And I started running, holding the wounds, trying to stop the bleeding, running, holding my back. And then as I ran across like a concreted area, I looked to the floor. And do you know when you see a couple of drops? I could see a whole line of blood just following me.
Paul's mum, Anna Ruisi, remembers hearing the news late on the night her son was stabbed. When doctors at the Alfred Hospital learned the full extent of Paul's injuries, she feared he might never come home.
When she said that he needs to be operated straight away, I thought, well, it's got to be really bad, because they can't even wait 5 minutes for me to be there, to get there, to be there with him.
Paul's injuries were painful. His liver was perforated, his diaphragm was damaged, and he was bleeding internally. He still spends sleepless nights reliving the attack and considering what might have happened. His youth means he has recovered quickly, but he will always wear the scars from that night.
My mum would always say, be careful when you go out, you don't know what's going to happen to you. And I'd always say, "Mum, don't worry, I don't start fights. I'm not a dickhead, I'm a good kid, She said, "All right," and she trusted me. The one night I didn't talk to her, the one night she didn't warn me, I was put in the hospital.
Ruth Lampard, heraldsun.com.au